Humans judge your physical capability in about a tenth of a second, long before you speak or move. And most men fail that test instantly because when certain parts of the body are underdeveloped, the signal you send is simple and primal. This person is safe to challenge, and instinct doesn't care about gym numbers or how hard you trained. It looks for structure that won't collapse when pressure hits. You've seen this contrast countless times. A guy who's big but somehow doesn't feel threatening, and another who's smaller yet carries a serious presence, the kind that makes people pause. And the difference isn't confidence or attitude, it's how the body is built and what it communicates without words. It's not about size, it's about geometry, because the human brain is wired to respect the pyramid, a wide base, dense support, and thick connections that signal stability and force-handling ability. And when those elements are missing, even a muscular body can look fragile. To fix the signal your body is sending, you don't need to grow everything equally. You need to reinforce 3 structural components that communicate durability, power, and real-world capability. And once those are in place, your presence changes instantly. The first and most important of these is the neck, because it's the one muscle group you can't hide, no matter what you wear, and whether you're in a suit, a hoodie, or winter jacket, the neck is always exposed and always judged. Here's the uncomfortable truth most people avoid. You can do thousands of push-ups and still look harmless if your neck disappears into your shoulders, because a thin neck signals instability, while a trained neck signals durability and resilience. A strong neck doesn't just look powerful, it protects your brain by reducing how violently your head moves under force, which is why athletes in contact sports almost always have thick, dense necks that anchor the head instead of letting it float. You can build this safely with controlled movements like lifting the head slowly from a supported position and adding slight rotation to target the stabilizing muscles, training the exact fibers that keep your skull steady and give the neck that armored look. Holding gentle chin-tucked positions trains the deep muscles that prevent whiplash and sudden snapback, and when these muscles strengthen, your posture improves, your head sits heavier on your frame, and your entire silhouette looks more grounded. Once the neck is developed, the second structural signal becomes impossible to ignore. The forearms, which are not about aesthetics but about capability, because humans instinctively read grip strength without realizing it. Grip strength predicts pulling power, striking stability, control, and coordination, and weak forearms make even a muscular upper body look soft, while strong forearms make the entire frame look capable and dangerous. This is because the hands and forearms are what interact with the world, and when they look weak, the brain assumes the rest of the body can't apply force effectively, no matter how big the chest or arms are. Training forearms properly means challenging them through hanging, leverage, and sustained tension, forcing the muscles and tendons to adapt in a way that creates density instead of just temporary pump. As forearms thicken, something interesting happens. Your arms look bigger even at rest. Veins appear without extreme leanness, and even relaxed movements communicate strength without effort. The third structural component is the traps, which most people misunderstand as nothing more than shrug muscles, when in reality they are shock absorbers that connect the arms to the spine and determine how well the body handles force. Strong upper traps signal power, stability, and resistance all at once, and they're what keep you upright when force is applied from awkward angles, which is why fighters and grapplers all share that same immovable look. You can build this without reckless loading by elevating and depressing the shoulders under control, letting the traps do the work instead of the arms, creating that thick line from neck to shoulder that frames the upper body. When the traps develop, the shoulders sit higher and more solid. The neck looks thicker without extra work, and the entire upper frame takes on a more dominant shape from every angle. When the neck, forearms, and traps are all developed, your body stops sending mixed signals and starts broadcasting stability, strength, and capability before you even move. You're always sending a message whether you want to or not, and you can spend years building muscles that only look good in a mirror. Or you can reinforce the structure that commands respect in the real world, And if this way of thinking about training helps you, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss more content like this.